What about the paranormal is so intriguing for us? With much of our planet already explored, and the cosmos a distant dream, humanity has a little in the way of exploring beyond breakthroughs in things such as medicine and luxury. Yet, ghosts, witching hours, everything that goes bump in the night has remained the same. Unexplainable. Humanity is deathly curious. Much famous literature, for example, Lovecraftian horror, make this point abundantly clear. So when I ask you, what makes the paranormal so intriguing for us? The answer is simple. We love f***ing around and finding out.
For now, it is video of the unknown. What is it? Is it real? And what is it doing there? A family in Highland, Michigan believes their house is actually haunted and thinks something is harming their little girl.
Today I'll be diving into paranormal accounts from across the internet. Stories that are definitely not from my Discord server and a random post I made on r/ghosts. I hope you enjoy. Have you had a paranormal experience? Something that has happened to you or a friend? For example, one of my old houses was incredibly haunted. I've had more than a handful of experiences, including one time, after watching Clannad with a friend. We went to the kitchen to get food, only to be confronted by a floating head of a man in near total darkness smiling at us. We both saw it, screamed, and ran to my parents' room to wake them. When they checked, nothing and no one was there. But we both swear up and down that we saw the same thing. This was a personal experience of mine that I like to bring up with friends when topics of the paranormal come up. And though it happened many years ago, I was in middle school at the time, it's something that has stuck with me because of how unexplainable it is. The fact that I had a friend with me who also saw it, my siblings, other friends of mine who have been to that house, and all share different but similar experiences as I did in that house. It always makes me wonder, what was that? Okay, while I don't really believe in this stuff, I've had some experiences this year that are hard to explain. A few months ago, I was walking past my sister's bedroom. I stopped in front of her door while on my phone, and her door was slightly open, but as I looked up, I saw a woman staring through the crack with an angry expression. And then she just disappeared. Me being me, I thought nothing of it and assumed I was just seeing things, so I went about my day. For weeks after that, I was hearing footsteps around the house. Had stuff thrown at me, and caught glimpses of her, before it all just stopped. The only things I experienced after that were footsteps following me on a certain part of my street when no one was around. Last night I woke up in the middle of the night, and I saw her standing next to my bed, motionless, staring at me. Since I was half asleep, I didn't really react. I blinked, then she vanished. My mom and sister have both seen her, and have independently described her face accurately. Both of them are always experiencing this kind of weird stuff. Well, that's the only thing I've experienced recently myself. They say it's because I don't believe. An account of something where you have multiple witnesses is always great. But there was a comment that was left underneath this specific post that I thought was pretty funny. And it read, "After that's happened, how could you still not believe?" When I was 8 years old, my grandfather died. We were very close and I was devastated. A few weeks after his death, I woke up in the middle of the night. He was standing next to my bed. I had a very strange feeling. And I wasn't afraid at all. I was in peace. When I tell people about this memory, they usually say that it was a dream, but I know it wasn't. I specify that I'm a very Cartesian and skeptic person, but I had a few paranormal experiences like that, which I can't explain. Anomalistic psychology is a field regarding human behavior and the paranormal. In this field, paranormal experiences are usually attributed to things that warp our perspective of reality. Optical illusions, hallucinations, emotional trauma, the environment you live in as well as its influences. These are all factors that can be used to explain paranormal phenomena. Henry Maudsley, a British psychologist from the 1880s, wrote in his book, Natural Causes and Supernatural Seemings, that supernatural experiences can be explained as mental disorders, calling these experiences malobservations and misinterpretations of nature. But while we know much of how we are influenced by stimuli today, it's no fun to talk about it in a video about ghosts, since while we can theorize and give possible explanations, uncertainties remain. And you're not here for a science lesson. Every house I've lived in, save from one, has been haunted. But I will tell about my mother's condo. We're now very low communication, but I do make the effort to go over once a year, and she has cancer. She lives in a retiree condo complex, and I believe the minimum age is 65. So elderly people with what I imagine over the years looks 80s build. Quite a few deaths take place. Years ago, before Dad passed, I was over helping paint. It was late. They were in bed. I was heading to the kitchen. To the left of the kitchen is the small living room, and what I saw was wispy, white, formless, and undeniably a woman. She was kind of floating and swirling, pulsing in one spot. Felt quite malevolent. We kind of looked at each other. Then the vision vanished. I went to get a glass of water and head to the bathroom to get ready for bed after that. To note, I, nor does my mother, or my father for that matter, wear red lipstick. So I'm brushing my teeth. Use the glass from the kitchen to rinse my mouth out. And as I glance in the mirror, the rim of the glass has the perfect imprint of fresh red lipstick on the rim. I look at the glass in my hand. Nothing. Look in the mirror. Gone. So I say my usual, I appreciate that you may have been in the building before me, but thank you for allowing me to stay. I do not wish to have any more contact with you. Leave me alone now. I finished painting over the week, and didn't see her again. Fast forward to a few months after Dad passed. Mom messaged me in a panic. "I think your dad is visiting me, but he's being mean and he won't stop. He had a clock fly off the wall, and a photo that my daughter had taken ripped out of the wall, without the nails being pulled out at the same time. She knows I'm a medium, but I'd never told her about what I'd seen. When I called and told her about the woman, she understandably freaked out, but I walked her through, asking her to leave permanently, and gave her a supply list from the local metaphysical shop to cleanse. Turns out, my charming mother told the spirit to go and torment her frenemy next door, who to this day is always scared and most of the time can't sleep in her own bed. My mom is a lovely woman. If you stuck around this long, thank you. If you enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts as well. I always read them. And as per usual, please have a great night.